US President Donald Trump recently claimed that Qatar gifted him a lavish Boeing 747 jet, but major news outlets say the story is more complicated. Reports by CNN and the New York Times reveal it was actually the Trump administration that pursued the luxury aircraft from Qatar. It wasn't an unsolicited gift. This comes as Trump faces criticism from both Democrats and Republicans. Ethics lawyers also raised concerns. They suggest it either appears Trump personally accepted a foreign gift or that Qatar was trying to gain favor with the US. So, why did Trump need a new jet in the first place? The current Air Force One aircrafts are extremely old and no longer in production. They require heavy servicing and frequent repairs. To fix this, the US signed a $3.9 billion contract with Boeing in 2018 for two new jets. They were meant to be ready by 2024, but delays pushed the timeline to 2027, possibly beyond Trump's second term. Eager for a quicker solution, the Trump administration explored temporary options. Military officials began compiling a list of available jets worldwide. The criteria: modern Boeing 747s with business jet layouts. Only 8 planes globally matched the requirements. One of them was a double decker jet owned by Qatar, on the market for years without a buyer. That's when Steve Witkoff got involved. He is Trump's Middle East envoy and an old real estate associate from New York. Qatar's sovereign wealth fund had bailed out one of his failed real estate deals in 2023. With backing from the White House, the Pentagon began talks with Qatar. Witkoff helped initiate the discussions. At first, the plan was to lease the jet. This plane, built in 2012, is estimated to be worth $150 to $180 million today. Aerospace engineer Mark Folkrod told NYT he once tried helping Qatar sell it. The jet landed in Florida on February 15 near Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort. Trump toured it. According to reports, he was instantly impressed. Love at first sight, the New York Times wrote. The aircraft is opulent. It features a lounge, a communication center, and a medical-ready master bedroom. It even includes a business class section with 12 lie-flat seats, all standard for Air Force One. As discussions progressed, talks shifted from leasing to a potential sale or even a donation. One senior official said Qatar was agreeable to a no-charge transfer. Witkoff reportedly always believed it would be a donation. Qatar hasn't confirmed that. In contrast, some Qatari officials reportedly expected to sell the plane, not gift it. Still, on May 11, Trump posted on social media that the plane would be a gift free of charge. Some reports claimed the plane was worth $400 million, but CNN noted it had depreciated. The NYT also reported it costs about $25,000 per hour to operate and $35,000 to charter. A round trip from Doha to Florida could cost around $1 million. Despite Trump's public statements, the deal isn't final according to reports. Media reports say legal teams on both sides are still negotiating terms. White House Press Secretary Karen Leavitt called it a donation to our country and said the Qatari royal family offered it to the US Air Force in line with legal and ethical obligations. Trump defended the move during his Middle East tour. He said, and I quote, "I could be a stupid person and say no, but I thought it was a great gesture," end quote. However, Qatar's Prime Minister Mohammed bin Abdulrahman Al Thani gave a more cautious statement. Speaking to CNN, he clarified that it was a simple government-to-government matter. He added that the Qatari and the US Defense Departments are still exploring the possibility and is still under legal review. So, was it a diplomatic gift or a strategic deal in disguise? The plane may be on the US soil, but the final word is still up in the air.